Hi guys, it's Grace with Grace Gets Gastric. Today is Tuesday, December 17th, 2019, and I'm here today for my 1 year, 50 week, or 102nd week post-op VSG update. So to start us off with stats, again, my name is Grace. I am 5'8", 28 years old, and on January 2nd, 2018, I had the Vertical Sleeve Gastrectomy, or VSG weight loss surgery. My highest weight ever recorded was 354 pounds in May of 2017, and I was required by my insurance to do a 6-month medically supervised weight loss diet, and over the course of that 6 months, I lost 35 pounds, so my starting weight date of surgery was 319 pounds. Last week, I came into the weight of 199.8, and this morning, I weighed in at 201.3. So that is a weekly gain of 1.5 pounds, a loss since surgery of 117.7 pounds, and a loss since my highest weight of 152.7 pounds. So, obviously not happy about that. I mean, it's not super fun to be out of Wonderland. And I'm now, I'd say, at this weight, about 10 pounds. I would say I'm 10 pounds higher than I want to be, which is still totally manageable, but 10 pounds is like more than 5 pounds, you know? But again, it was not unexpected. Last week, in addition to like just the ongoing stress that I talked about in my last week video, I did hit my period last week. Yesterday was like the last day, so I'm kind of coming out of that. And last week I had a number of engagements, and I ended up eating out 5 times in the past, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I ate out 5 times, which is ridiculous. That's like more times I eat out in multiple months put together. So while my choices were not bad, they were certainly not quite as good as they would have been if I prepared the meals myself. I usually order something that fits better within my macros, but I end up eating more, incidental carbs than is normally within my meal plan, just as a factor of ordering out. Like if it comes with a side, like I'm gonna have a couple of bites, and it's not something that's gonna blow my budget or anything, but it is definitely ends up being generally higher calorie and higher carb than my usual macros, and much higher sodium, which water retention. And then I also drank a lot this weekend. So I think I mentioned in my last week video, but this past weekend I was with a friend helping her pick her wedding dress. She found one. She looks beautiful. It was a lot of fun. And I'm so excited for her. She's getting married late next summer. And yeah, so, we were catching up. She doesn't live here. She's one of my best friends from high school. Another one of our best friends from high school was also here. So, and all 3 of us live in different locations. So it was really nice for us all to be together, and we drank a lot, and not just like wine, though I did have wine. I did have a lot of champagne, also had a lot of margaritas, so it was alcohol and sugar. So again, I'm not surprised at the gain. It does get frustrating to just realize just how easy it can come back on. And I really try not to get caught up too much in the whole what normal people do thing, because everyone's different, and I don't necessarily live with normal people all the time. And like, it's hard for me to say, just because I see someone doing something, it's like on social media. Just because you see someone living their life a certain way when you're seeing what they're sharing, that doesn't mean how they live. It's how they live all the time. So it's really easy for me to get caught up and be like, I'm eating the same amount or less than the people I was with. I definitely work out more, I'm more active in terms of like planned exercise than some of the people there, or just not necessarily even more active. I would say we're similarly active in different ways. But I was eating, as much or less, and I'm also like bigger than all of them. And not just like the fact that I still have some meat on my bones, but just like my stature, my structure, my frame is bigger than theirs. And so, it was just like, but I also, it's like, I don't know how their weigh-in happened after we had our night of drinking. And I'm sure they're up a little bit too. And sometimes you go up and sometimes you go down, and I don't know. It's just like a weird thing, which is why I try not to be like, oh, normal people can do this, because I don't know that that's true. I think normal people just regulate. I think normal people don't beat themselves up if they have a weekend of drinking and go up some weight. And I'm not beating myself up. I never have. But I was definitely feeling some kind of way about having to come and say I'm over 200. And it also didn't help that like this weekend, like looking at the photos, because like, we were taking photos together, and I know that it is partially influenced by my being on my period. My period time of the month tends to encourage, sorry, my eyes, something's in it. I tend to not have great body image around my period. And so the fact that I am a little bit higher than I want to be, and it's really just a number on the scale, right? Like I don't feel any different with my clothing. And then I felt like I looked bigger in pictures and like when I was looking at myself, but part of that, it's hard to know, well, okay, how much of that is being influenced though by period brain? And I definitely wasn't like loving how I looked in the photos. I just felt like I looked so much bigger than my friends. And it's like weird remembering, we have photos of us all together when I was at my, highest weight, or certainly a much heavier weight. And, I clearly like am a lot smaller then, but like that's still that feeling of like feeling like the bigger friend. And part of it is that's not going to change. Because like I said, I have a naturally larger frame. I'm the tallest in our friend group. I have the broadest shoulders. Like the girl who's getting married is like very, she's very petite and just like naturally, like a smaller person, and it's not like, and a lot of my friends are that way. So I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of just rambling, but it was definitely an interesting weekend. It was like a lot of fun. I don't know, it wasn't like a negative experience in any way, but there were just some like moments of like looking at photos and being like, ugh. And then it was mostly just me trying to be kind to myself. And I think the confluence of being the number on the scale being a little bit higher than I want it to be, and having period brain that and then also seeing photos and not loving what I was seeing. It was just like a whole bunch of confluence, and they're all kind of influencing each other. And, I was trying not to let that get to me too much. But I did have a really good time. And I'm going to be a bridesmaid, which will be fun, especially because I'll get to like pick a dress, right? And I get to pick my own dress, and in a style that looks the most flattering on me, and it will be after my plastics. So that's gonna be like, once I get plastics, like I'll be able to get like a really pretty dress that is sort of tailored to my new specification. So that's like kind of a fun event to look forward to with my 2020 body. Anyway, sorry guys, this is kind of a rambly video. I'm not really sure what the point of it was, but there you go. I think I'm gonna try to film what I eat in a day later this week, because 2 days from now, on Thursday, Ruthie from Mystery Guest 1948 is going to be in town, and we're going to get dinner together, and I'm so excited. I've gotten to see so many fellow weight loss surgery online friends this year in person, and it is so much fun. And Ruthie has been somebody that I have been following since the beginning. She had her surgery about a month, a little over a month, maybe a little less. She had it in December. I had mine in January, so a little bit before me. So we've been kind of going through this whole process at the same time and kind of hitting certain milestones together. And we had a very similar starting weight, I believe, as well. So even though we had different surgeries, it's been really fun to kind of go through this together. And I think I really appreciate the way that she processes things, and she's awesome. So if you're not following her, you definitely should. And I think I'll try to film what I eat in a day, so you can say hi to her on my channel, but we'll see if that works out. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys are doing well, that your December is going wonderfully, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.